Hello students, let us learn about irrational numbers. The real numbers can be classified into two categories, that is rational numbers or irrational numbers. So these two types of numbers are complementary to each other. Now, before this we have studied what are the rational numbers. In this video let us try to know something about irrational numbers. So rational numbers are the numbers whose decimal form is either terminating or non-terminating recurring type. Based on that, we can define irrational numbers as a number whose decimal expansion is non-terminating or non-recurring is called as irrational numbers. So it is unlike rational numbers. The decimal form of rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring type. But if its decimal form is non-terminating or non-recurring, it's called as irrational numbers. So on the basis of the decimal form of number, we can identify irrational number. Let us have some examples. If we are trying to find the square root of 2 by this division process, we can find the square root of 2. So the square root of 2 is 1.41421 and so on. So this division process never ends here and we do not get some group of numbers which are recurring. So this is the decimal form which is neither terminating nor recurring. So this decimal form is non-terminating and non-recurring. That's why the square root of 2 is irrational number. That is root 2 is equal to 1.4142 and so on. This is irrational number. In the same way, we have the square root of 3. The square root of 3 is 1.732 and so on. So in this decimal number also, the decimal form is non-terminating and non-recurring. That's why root 3 is also irrational number. Now the question arises here, why these numbers, that is root 2 or root 3, are irrational number? So let us try to find the answer of that. So let us suppose for that one root 2. We have to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. So for that, let us assume that root 2 is a rational number. And by having the indirect proof, we can prove that root 2 is a rational number. So if we assume that root 2 is a rational number, we can express any rational number in the form p divided by q. So here also p divided by q is the reduced form of a rational number where p and q have no common factor other than 1. So let us express root 2 as root 2 is equal to p divided by q. Now if we squaring on both sides, we get root 2 square, that's 2, is equal to p square divided by q square. That is, if we take q square to the left hand side, it will be 2 into q square, that is equal to p square. Now from this expression, on the left hand side we have 2q square. That means whatever the value of q square is there, if we multiply it by 2, we get an even number. So in this case, p square must be even. Now, as p square is even, p must be also even number. And if p is even number, that means 2 is a factor of p. So it can be expressed as p is equal to 2 into t. If we square on both sides, we get p square is equal to 4t square. But instead of p square, we can write 2q square. So here 2q square is equal to 4t square. If we rearrange these terms, if we take 2 to the right hand side, it will be in the denominator. So if we divide 4 by 2, it will be 2t square. Thus to get the equation, q square is equal to 2t square. So here also 2 into t square is even number. That's why q square is also even number. In this case also q is even number. So if q is even number, 2 is also the factor of q. Now we have these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. From these two, we can observe that 2 is a common factor for both p and q, which is a contradictory to our assumption. That is, we have assumed here that p and q have no common factor other than 1. So if this is a contradiction, that means our assumption must be wrong. So our assumption is root 2 is a rational number, which must be wrong. And if it is wrong, then the correct statement should be root 2 is an irrational number. So this is how we can explain root 2 is an irrational number. Now let us consider one example based on that. Show that 4 root 2 is an irrational number. So if we have to prove 4 root 2 is an irrational number, let us assume that 4 root 2 is not irrational number. So if it is not irrational number, then it must be a rational number. So let us consider 4 root 2 is a rational number. So if it is a rational number, it can be expressed as p divided by q. So 4 root 2 is equal to p divided by q. If we take 4 to the right hand side, it will be 1 by 4 into p divided by q. And on the left hand side, we would have root 2. Now if you consider these two sides of this equation, on the left hand side we have irrational number because root 2 is an irrational number, and on the right hand side we have p divided by q, which is a rational number, and if we multiply it by 1 by 4, this product would be also rational number. So on one side of the equation we have irrational number, and on the other side we have rational number, which is a contradictory. That's why our assumption was wrong. That is, we have assumed that 4 root 2 is a rational number, which is wrong. That means 4 root 2 is not a rational number, but it is a rational number. Let's have another question. Prove that 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. Here we have to prove that 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. So for that, let us assume that it is a rational number, that is 3 plus root 5 be a rational number. So if it is a rational number, it can be expressed as p divided by q. That means we can write 3 plus root 5 is equal to p divided by q. If we take 3 to the right hand side, it would be p divided by q minus 3, and on the left hand side we would have root 5. So for this equation also, on the left hand side we have irrational number because root 5 is irrational number, and on the right hand side we have p divided by q, which is a rational number, and if we subtract 3 from this rational number, the answer would be also a rational number. So in this equation, the left hand side is irrational number and the right hand side is a rational number, and we have stated that these two sides are equal, so which is a contradictory. That means it is not possible. So this is due to our assumption, that is, we have assumed that 3 plus root 5 is a rational number. So this assumption must be wrong. So if it is wrong, then the correct statement must be 3 plus root 5 is not a rational number, but it is irrational number. So this is how we can explain why 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number.